Hey, thanks for being with us today on the Fishing Business Podcast. I've got a quick tip for you. I get a lot of questions from viewers and listeners asking me how they can improve their social media following. And there's a lot of strategy that goes into growing your social media following. But one thing that everybody can do pretty easily is look at other social media feeds and see what they're doing that makes them successful. See what they're doing that is good. And I'm going to concentrate on Instagram today because so many of us love Instagram, and I understand why. I love seeing pictures of people's lives. I tell you what, though, a lot of fishermen tend to, and fisher women tend to take a lot of grip and grin pictures where they're holding the fish up like this, and their feed tends to be full of this. And I know you want to show off your fish. I love seeing fish, and I love showing off my fish too. But I want to encourage you to take some other kind of photos to mix in with those grip and grin fish photos. There's a lot of ways to do that. You guys probably follow a lot of the big stars in the fishing world, and you can see what they do. But I wanted to show you a couple of people that maybe aren't big stars, but have good social media followings, and they have really good feeds on their social media following. So I'm going to start right now by taking you over to Instagram and showing you Run Wild, My Child. Okay. This is Instagram.com/runwild.mychild. I'll put it in the show notes so you can look it up, but they bill themselves as an outdoor kids website. And I just love their feed. They do a great job of mixing in lifestyle of their family. Look at this little cutie right here fishing. They do a great job of mixing in lifestyle of their family, big, beautiful, juicy, scenic shots, lots of kids stuff, and they do a really good job of organic product placement. So you never want to feel like you're being sold to, but these guys do a great job of supporting their partners by working their products organically into their feed. And I want to encourage you all to do the same thing. You can tell nothing looks like it's overt sales. Nobody likes to be quote unquote sold to. Okay, now speaking of overt sales, the next profile I want to show you is Slim Pickens. I love these guys, y'all. Their Instagram profile is SP Outfitter, and that stands for Slim Pickens Outfitters. I love how this outdoor shop in Stephenville, Texas, uses very real people who happen to be the family that owns this store in their feed. I just love it. They do such a cool job of this. They capture a lot of the small businessman's or family's struggles, and they really open up and are very honest about their struggles. They're very real, and they use very real looking people. One thing that I really like that they do is called the Slim Swap. And this is an opportunity for you to level up by selling your used equipment or to score a deal on some gear or new to you gear and even vintage pieces. Now, I discovered SP Outfitters through the Everyone Outside hashtag. They're also the nation's first Black-owned outdoor gear shop, owned by Jamaica and Heather Dawes. And the Dawes were featured in a wonderful short documentary produced by the Outbound Collective that tells their story. Watch this video if you get a chance to see some excellent storytelling. It's also a very compelling narrative and a fine example of product placement that isn't over the top. It's very organic. So follow them on Instagram. I really am pulling for this family to make it, and I bet you will be too after you follow them. All right, one more, y'all. And this is another woman. This is Courtney with Freckles. Again, Instagram.com/Courtney with Freckles. This is Courtney Nicholson. And Courtney is a content creator who has worked for the Outdoor Channel and Sportsman's Channel. She's a hunter and a fisherman. And what I really like about Courtney is that she mixes in a lot of harvest shots. Okay. Which would be, like the equivalent of us putting up our grip and grin, but she also includes a lot of lifestyle and behind the scene pictures. And again, really compelling, gorgeous photography. Now here's one. Oh, it's called Fashion. That's what she says in this one. I love it. And but she knows how to tell a story visually, and she does a great job. I think we could all learn a lot from her. One thing that I really like about Courtney is the girl, she also mixes in like her hobbies like cooking. And my girl is not afraid to throw up a picture of a mule deer heart and then tell you how she cooked it. She actually says it's kind of like a bell pepper. It feels like a bell pepper, which I love that. So good. I think Courtney is creative and compelling and very good on Instagram. And I think you could learn from her if you followed her. And guys, Courtney is actually going to be a guest on the Fishing Business Podcast coming up in a few weeks. Now, next time I see you, my guest will be Bill and Tyler Jordan from Realtree Outdoors. If you're a hunter, you've heard of Realtree, and you've probably heard of Bill and Tyler Jordan, father and son, Bill Jordan and his son, Tyler. Even if you're not a hunter, they're making a big splash in fishing. And I bet you've heard of them through that. A great guest. They're so engaging and so entertaining, and they share a lot of really good insight with us. So I look forward to seeing them next time, and that's going to be soon. Watch this space, because the next Fishing Business Podcast will post soon. All right, y'all. See you next time.